Quail Studios guitar. You know, when I start that live stream, I'm not sure if it got my tuning up or what. But that's okay if it did. I can cut it out later. Welcome, everybody. Hal Stead. Did I already say that? Quail Studios guitar. Let's see here. Dean says it's a bit gloomy in Hurricane, Utah this morning. Mike says bright, sunny in Nashville. Hello, Mike. How you doing? Great. Here, it's sunny, but it's a little cool. We're going to talk about While My Guitar Gently Weeps this morning. I'm just going to go ahead and even teach it. Now, in the description of this video, you will find a link to the lead sheet. The lead sheet looks like this. Okay? And basically what it is, it's one page. It gives you the lyrics, it gives you the chords that we're going to go over. You're hearing everything double. I have no idea why you're hearing everything double because it's nothing that I'm doing as far as I know. Sorry about that. Let me turn something down here. Tell me if that works better. Okay. I just turned down something on my computer. And Mike, let me know if that helps. Okay? Thanks. All right. So we're going to start out today. Let's start with the chords. First thing, you know, in the live version, oh, you know what versions I love? Can't continue like this. It's a 2-second delay plus the original sound. Sorry about that. Oh, fine now. Okay. You know what? It might have been something on my what do you call it? My mixer that I had up. I turned it down. It was my USB playback. Maybe that was going into the system. All right. Thanks, Mike, for letting me know. All right. So While My Guitar Gently Weeps, George Harrison wrote this song. It was recorded by the Beatles. And the two recordings that I really love of this are live recordings. One is not with George, but it's at the concert for George after his death, a year after his death. And Eric Clapton sings it, and he does the lead. Paul McCartney is there playing piano and singing backup. Ringo Starr is playing drums along with, how many other drummers was that? 2 or 3 other drummers? There were like 3 drummers or something. It's double again. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on, so I've done everything I can. Sorry, Mike. You might have to just watch the when I'm not streaming or something, but it might be something on your end. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Sorry about that. About the double, the echo or whatever it is you're hearing here. Bob's not hearing a delay. Dean's not saying anything. All right. I don't think he's hearing a delay. All right, where was I at? Oh, yes. Concert for George. Love that recording. There's another recording where Prince is playing the lead, and let's see, what's his name? Tom Petty's singing lead, and also the other guy that was in the Concert for George too. There's some players that played along, and also, is it Danny? Is that his name? Donnie Harrison? George Harrison's son is playing on both of those recordings. Those are really, really good. It was me. Sorry. Okay, Mike. Hello. Hello. I forget where you're from. Tell us where you're from. The one that's Matthias says, I'm fine here. Hello, everybody. It's great to see you. All right. Let's just jump right in. Starts with an A minor chord. And there's an intro. Look at you all, see the love that's sleeping. And it goes right into it like that. And I think that's how it goes exactly. But what's going on here, I'll show you the strum in just a second. I'm going to pull my camera down a little bit closer, and I'll show you strum, and I'll show you the chords right now. So what we've got at the beginning, I've got an A minor chord. This is how I play it solo. That's my first chord, A minor. Remember, you can get the lead sheet in the description. Lots of voices in my head, but no delay. Dean, that's great. A minor with a G bass. That's the way I do it right there. Here, let me get closer. All right, that's how I do it. Get this out of the view. All right. I did not expect to do that. So here's my A minor with a G bass like this. I look, A minor, at you all. A minor with a G bass. See the love. This is my next chord. I'm playing a D with an F sharp bass. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about this chord and how it works. Hello, Matthias from Germany. Thank you for being here. Fantastic. Okay, a D7 is like this, right? I'm not playing that high E string. I'm playing the F sharp right there, the open D string right there. Then I'm playing 2nd fret, 1st fret, and so let's see, let me do it right. I'm not doing anything with my pinky, it's just sitting there. Now, one thing you can do is you can mute that E string with your finger like that, or you can have it open. And if you do that, then it's a D7 with an F sharp bass, add 9, because that's the 9. You've got your, let's see here, you've got your D, and that E would be an add 9. I'm going to put the chords up here. Let's see, that doesn't work, does it? All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. So we've got, I really like to have that open E string. Really think it sounds good. And then I do an F sharp, like that, which is a bar chord. Now you could just do an F like this, but I really like that low F note. Now you don't have to play the whole thing. You could just play the low strings right down here. Still trying to figure out. Still trying to like the chord chart you use. Well, thank you very much, Mike. Okay, Bob. Sorry to not have you today, but that's okay. So, yeah, we get together. Bob's talking about Rock Out Loud. I get on Rock Out Loud with my supporters, and if you want to know how to do that, go down to the description, and you'll see links on how to do that. Okay, so we got an F chord. Now you can do the F like this, or you can do it like this. You know, I really like I said, I really like that low F, because the bass line goes, I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, like that. I look, of course I've got an open A string right there. See the love there that's sleeping. Now one of my students says he likes to use an F major 7, which is like this. See that? Because you can't do the bar. And that's okay too. One thing I like about that is that open E is still there, right? So you get this. And then you get the F, but you don't get the low F down there. So if you want to, if your hand is big enough, you could do that F major 7 with the F over the top if your hand is big enough. And I'm sure John Mayer could do that. It's a little bit tough for me to do that. It's hard. So I don't do it that way. And then we go back to A minor. While my guitar, G. This is the G chord I use. I go ahead and mute that A string with this finger. She gently weeps. And then I go to a D chord. Now, what I do is I use the G like this, and then I slide this finger back and drop the D chord in like this. This is like my default D chord. I really love playing the D like this. You know, I could do it like this, but then I'd have to move all my fingers around. I guess I could play it like this. No, I don't really like that idea either, because then same thing, same problem. So I like to do the G like this, slide that finger back, have my D like that, and then we go to an E chord, right? And that's our chord progression for the first line of the verse. I'll do that again. I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. And then the next line is exactly the same except for the last two chords. I guess I'm just going to leave that on there. I was thinking about taking it off. I have to bend over and do something on my keyboard to move those chords around, but that's okay. So we go back to, I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping. Still my guitar gently weeps. C chord, we go to a C chord, weeps, and then to an E again. Let's talk about the theory just for a second here. The theory is interesting because we're in the key of A minor. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off for just a moment. The theory is like A minor with a G bass. Now, you know what? If you've got a bass player, you don't have to do that. Let me put something in my 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looping this. Okay, I just made that loop, and that's not how I would play the bass line, but I did it like this, so I could hear the beats in it, like this. See that? So I'm going to go back and do this again and play the chords without that G, A minor with the G bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? I think my loop level is a little low. So I turn that up so I can hear that. Yeah, that's better. So something like that. If you got a bass player, then you don't have to do all that stuff with the bass line. But if you don't have a bass player, you need to put the bass lines in. Makes it really great. Mike says the walk down makes the song. I have to agree with you, Mike. I love that walk down. It sounds really good. All right, so we get done with at the floor and I see that D7 with an F sharp bass that we were doing. What's interesting is that that's actually not in the key of A minor because of the F sharp. It's like a precursor to a G, like a D7. It's like a secondary dominant to the G, but I don't know. It sounds really good though, doesn't it? When we do that G to C, that's like, it's almost like it's in the key of C. But then we do this E, and then we go to the bridge. This is an interesting song because it doesn't really have a chorus. You know, he says, while my guitar gently weeps at the end of every line in the verse. And so that's kind of like a chorus. But then we have like a verse and a bridge and a verse and a lead, which is actually a verse because of the chords. And then we have a bridge and another verse, and then we have a lead, which is actually the chords in the verse again. So that's really all we have, is we have a verse and a bridge. Those two things. So let's go to the bridge. After we get done with that E, we go to an A chord. I think it started over again at the beginning. I didn't mean it to do that. I don't know. Somebody's making a... Hi again. Hello, Dylan. I don't know. I'm not going to sing it up high right now because my voice isn't warmed up very well this morning. So, yeah, you know it's morning time. All right, so the bridge goes, I don't know how, why, C sharp minor. This is our next chord. So we're actually, like, we've gone to the key of A, which is the parallel major key to, you know, A minor. Instead of A minor, now we're in major, and we go up to the C sharp minor, which is a 3 chord. Why nobody told you, like that. C sharp minor to F sharp minor. Nobody told you. Back to C sharp minor. These two chords, the C sharp minor is a 3 chord, the I think it's a 3 chord. Yeah, it's a 3 chord. Minor 3, going to the F sharp, which is the 6. Right? Which is the 6 chord. The E is the 5, F sharp minor is the 6. And so we go A, I don't know how, F sharp minor, nobody told you. Oops. Next one is, I have B minor 7 on the chart, but sometimes what I like to do is go from the C sharp minor to the B minor, and then go to the B minor 7 because it sounds really good that way. So we go, nobody told you how to unfold your love. Now, I don't do this anymore, but the bass line goes. It climbs up from E, F sharp, G sharp to A, like that. But what I do is I go, let's see, I go like that. I play the E, and then I put an F sharp on it right there, which is that note, the second note on the E string. And then I go back to my E chord. Because I kind of want some bass line in there, but it's really hard to hold the E and then stretch over to the G sharp. And so instead of trying to do that and messing up, I just go back to A, second line, I don't know how, F sharp minor, someone controlled you, B or B minor, they bought B minor 7, sold you. I look, and then we're back into a verse. Let's give you an alternate to the B minor 7. If you can't do that B minor 7 bar chord, you could do the B minor 7 like this. Right? How to unfold your love. Sounds really good. And also the C sharp minor and the F sharp minor. If you can't really do those very well, one thing you can do is you could do the bottom notes, or you could do the top notes like this. I have a video about half bars and things like that, how to simplify bar chords. You can go look that up on my channel, or just put Quail Studios and then put like simplify bar chords or half bars or something like that, and you'll see how to do like a C sharp minor like this to a F sharp minor, or you could do F sharp minor like that, or you could go like that. You could play the low E string. I'm just doing a bar across, and the 3 high strings right there, right? But then if I'm playing, palm muting skill. You're looking at my palm muting. Thank you very much. I can't make sounds clear like you. Well, you know, what you do is you practice. And actually, I have a video on palm muting, right? About how to do that. You know, let's talk about the strum too, okay? Let's see, what does Matthias say? Thanks for the moment. Oh, I like your approach. Unfortunately, I need to leave already. Oh, sorry to see you go. Sorry, Matthias. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. If you guys can give me a thumbs up, if you're liking, no, these are, I'll tell you about the strings in a second, Mike. If you can give me a thumbs up on this video, if you're enjoying it, if you're getting something out of it, just please do that. Thank you very much. Okay. Strings. These are not heavy strings. You know what I've got on here? I've got 11s on here, Mike. 11 gauge strings. These are Diodario strings, 11 gauge. I forget what it is. EJ. Look it up. Go to like Sweetwater, or to what's the other one? Musician's Friend or something like that, and look up the strings. And look up Diodario strings, 11 gauge. It's over there. I'd have to go look at it, but I don't remember what the number is. EJ 16s, I think, are the 12s, but it's EJ. I don't remember. Anyway, look it up. 11 gauge. That's what I'm using right now. I am also using an equalizer on my guitar, and I'm boosting the mids a little bit, and that's why it sounds really good. Let me take that off. See that? So when I take the equalizer off, where I've boosted the mids, which are the like the 200, the 400, I got a really good boost on the 400. So see, that's with the equalizer on. So it sounds better that way. Yeah, I like it. That Boss equalizer is amazing. It's a GE7. Yeah, go check it out. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, right here. Now, at the end of the bridge, there's a bass line that does that, but I'm going to go back to the verse. I look at the world and I notice it's stunning, while my guitar gently weeps under with every mistake. What I'm doing here is down, down, up, down, up. That's my strum pattern, right? Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now, I'm not strumming all the strings all the time, right? I don't do that, but I hit the low, right? I separate the low strings from the high strings. Like that. So I'm going down, down, up. See that? Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Something like that. So when I hit those low strings, I don't just hit the bass note. Right? I hit 2 or 3 strings. And yes, I do a little bit of palm muting right there because it sounds so cool. Right? If you don't palm mute, it sounds like this. Let's see if I can turn that so you can see. If I'm not palm muting, it sounds like this. But if I'm palm muting, it sounds like this. Now, I'm not palm muting the whole thing. What I'm doing is I'm palm muting the initial strike right there. So I'm actually just hitting the strings. When I do that, I come down. I'm trying to get the camera angle right here. Like this. So what I do is I put my hand down right there by the bridge. I've got a video on palm muting too if you want to know more about that. I put my hand right by the bridge, this part of the hand, I call it the heel of the hand, right? Put it right by there and you just... Right? And that's one of the reasons, Mike, that the strings sound heavy is because when I do the palm muting, right there, right? Then the palm muting takes out some of the highs, and so you get a really low sounding, cool sound. Palm mute, no palm mute, palm mute, no palm mute. So on those up, so it goes down with a palm mute, down, up, down, up, no palm mute. And then palm mute, no palm mute, palm mute on the down, one, down, up, down, up. And then palm muting here. Right? That sounds really cool. And you don't strum the whole thing. Right? You just do the... Even though I hold an E chord the whole time. Right? So when you do that, I'm doing the low E string and the B string and maybe the D string right there on the second fret. Right? And that's what we do. So that's basically it. Now when we do the lead, I'm going to do a loop here really quick. And then like play a little bit of a lead. Still doing it. Okay, here's my loop. Now, I don't know the lead to this, so I'm just going to improvise something. I'm going to be in A minor. Right? It'd be nice to get my electric guitar down off the wall and do the lead, but I'm just going to do it. Just improvise something here on A minor pentatonic. Okay, I don't think I made too many mistakes on that, but I just improvised something. So what I did first, I went from the first box to the second box, and then I started to work on that melody. Sounds really good that way, don't you think? So you got your lead. There's a really cool lead in the recordings that you can find, and I might tab that out sometime. Here, I want you to be able to see my head again. I might tab that out sometime for you. I'm not a big fan of doing leads exactly like they are on records, because if you watch, if you listen to records and really, really focus in on them, then you'll notice that live recordings are different than the record. Almost always. A little different. Lead over the loop is what I needed more. Great stuff. Good. Thanks, Mike. I love your comments. I really do. I really love to hear from you guys and hear what you have to say and what you like and what you don't like. And if you like this video, thumbs up it. One more time I'm going to ask. Thanks very much. Okay, so after the lead, we go back into a bridge. I don't know how you were diverted. You were perverted too. I don't know how say something here. Do I use a drum beatbox? No. No, I don't. I'm just using my hands. But no, I don't usually use a beatbox. One thing that's really tempting for me to do is when I'm going from F to A minor is to go F, G, A minor, because that's a great progression in A minor, right? So it's like, I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at you all. Now sometimes don't they do, I look at you all. That they did that like at some point, even at the last verse, maybe they did that. I look at you all and still my guitar gently weeps. And then we have a lead again. So I'm just going to stop there. I'm just kind of messing around, you know. It was fun. I'm like exploring where I can go. On my electric guitar, I would do a lot more bending, and that's really fun, you know, to bend, because that's where you get that weeping sound. Especially if you pre-bend. That means if you bend the note up to where you want to go, and then you bring it back down. I love that for this song. Maybe we'll do something with the lead, you know, later with the electric guitar and stuff like that. But that's basically the whole song. Remember, you can get my lead sheet in the description. There's a link down there. It's free. Okay, you can just download it. For those of you who actually have my book, it's in the book. But you know what? I put the wrong lead sheet in the book for the month of February. So in this month, on the 15th of the month or sometime around there, I'm going to publish the book again. I do a new version. I'm going to put this lead sheet in, the corrected lead sheet, so that everybody has it. Does the grimace make the sound better, Dean? You always have great comments about this. I love it. I love having you here because you are the life of the party. And Mike says, improvising the lead is much better. You know what? I love improvising leads. But you know what? It's nice to start out a lead with, a lot of times with the ideas that perhaps it was on the record or something. And that's really fun. And then do your own thing. I love to do that. I think, Eric Clapton did that in the Concert for George, definitely. You know, he has his own stuff going on. I mean, that's just part of what you do when you're a lead player. And, you know, if you ever watch jazz or anything like that, they always improvise. You know, I went to a Jethro Tull concert when I was back in, you know, how old was I? 18 or something. And I was hoping to hear the lead to Aqualung in the live concert, and he didn't play it. I was disappointed because I loved the lead to Aqualung, Jethro Tull Aqualung, 1971, one of their hits. But I realized at that point, it's like, oh, you're not always going to get that because of the improvisation that happens. That's just the way it is. And so just try to enjoy whatever's happening and not expect the record. If you want the record, get the recording and listen to it. If you want something exciting and original, listen to live streams or whatever. Okay, so thanks for being here. Are there any other questions? I'm going to go and hang out with Dean. Probably Dean will be there. We're going to talk a little bit. And anybody else that's got my links to the live stream, to my hangout right after the live stream. That was While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Thank you very much for being here. I don't see any other things coming up, but it usually takes a minute or two for people to make a question. Make the song you own with the flavor of the original. I agree, Mike. This is absolutely true. This is what my channel is all about. It's about learning the song and the chords to the song, but putting your spin on it and putting your signature on that song, not just copying a song. It's cool to copy a song, especially when you're just starting out and you want to learn technique and all of that kind of stuff, and you think, oh, that's the coolest technique, I'm going to learn that. That's great. But when you get to a certain point, it's like you got to start making up your own stuff and not just leaning on other people's forever. So I love to do that. All right, thank you very much for being here. I'm going to go, you guys. Gosh, we've been here for quite a while today. It's been great to have you around. See ya.